Hi everyone, I'm Oracle Unicorn and welcome to Shaman Messages. Just keep in mind this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Put some things in your back pocket. You never know, you might need it for later. All right, this is a timeless reading for Pisces. All right. And if you wouldn't mind liking, sharing on social media, you never know who else that'll see this that might help them. And subscribing if you haven't already subscribed. And if you would like to get notifications of every time I go live, just hit the notification bell. All right, Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Pisces. Okay. In my cat last reading, I took out a shaman card, a deck of shaman cards that I wasn't really playing too much with. And so I went ahead and did it for Pisces too. So I pulled you a card out, Pisces. This is your card. It's freaking crazy. These cards are weird. Okay. And it says you have the 29, which is the giveaway, and 9 plus 2, 11, plus 2, 2, or, well, plus 1 plus 1, 2. So, yeah. For every action you take, there's a reaction, a cost that must be measured with balance and a replacement. Where your world is concerned, the action must measure the fragility of the item and the realization that there is only one, unique and irreplaceable. When we are young, we often go to the big pawn shops in the sky and we trade something priceless for what we think we want. Years later, it's common to go back when we're desperately in need of what we gave away to see if we can get it back. But it was sold long ago and forever. We lose families. We lose family, talents, loves, and ideas in this great exchange. We don't think about how selling out eventually breaks us into pieces. We don't think about how selling out eventually breaks us into pieces. Yeah, when I first read this card before I went live, I literally did the same. Just sat here and was like, huh, wow, I really like that one. On the other hand, if what you sold could be redeemed, who would be the redeemer? And if the cost is a broken you, is the redemption a restored you? Is it possible that you've been whole all along, but lack the loving eyes to see it? I'm going to read that one again. On the other hand, if what you sold could be redeemed, who would be the redeemer? If the cost is a broken you, is the redemption a restored you? Is it possible that you've been whole all along, but lack the loving eyes to see it? These are some deep-ass cards. And I think my cat made me start using them. Cat's like, here, start using these. Okay. All right, Pisces. After that deep moment, let's see what else you have in your reading today. Wow. For your first card, you have meddling, tampering, sabotage, fixing order. You have a meddler in your midst. But things are going into balance, achieving the impossible or being the impossible, Pisces, with hidden knowledge, patience, and retreat. You got the Sage. So whatever you gave away or what was happened or something that taken from you that has made you broken, what I feel with this is like you are getting something better because of your patience, your wisdom, and the work and efforts you put into everything, and achieving literally the impossible for yourself and becoming the loving eyes you were looking for all along for yourself, and being able to see every fragmented piece of yourself as a whole, and going into adventuring out, possibly travel. Either that's travels within your own mind and emotions, or it's legitimate travel, and to polish these skills, to really strengthen these skills. And so this is why you've had to go through this tossing of a salad, basically, not in any kind of sexual terms, but like things being flipped and the impossible becoming possible for you. So for some of you, a little more patience is needed. For some of you, it's like you weren't receiving all the clarity that was needed into this direction or adventure. And you are coming into the clarity and growth, going into new beginnings. So it's like coming from this card, literally. But how I see it, like right here, is like this is what you're doing, going into these new beginnings. Because that's when I lay it down. That's, even though it looks backwards over there, that's how it shows here. Okay. I feel that's an important card. Into your inner transformation of the hidden knowledge within you, the hidden knowledge of the wisdom within you that was meant for you to I always say come to understandings, but like come to the wisdom of the understandings. Okay, it's like the wisdom behind, like, okay, I get, like, oh, I get why this happened, and like kind of like everything happens for a reason, but yet not really fully understanding the lesson behind as to why it was put into your place in your path. And it's like the wisdom behind the understanding of it is literally being able to like see it as it was always meant to happen the way it did, and that you're happy that it did that, because and also you're happy with yourself. You wrote that in your story before you even became alive, because that's honestly, in my opinion, what I think we actually do, just to achieve certain wisdoms and level of enlightenment within our own selves, and the universal flow of life, that we really connect in that way to heal the earth. And so we connect into our own purpose that then coincides with healing our race, to also in result heal our earth. And I feel that's the irreversible change, the inner transformation that's going on and happening within you. It's like you're achieving the wisdom behind your lessons and the trials of hard times that you've had to go to fully gain the full picture of your own calling that you're being called to, as a kind of like piece in the game, but yet you're being allowed to have the rule book, basically, and the tricks of the trade with the rule book, in a sense, because that was the fact that you may be a fish, you're a different fish. Like you're a rainbow fish with the wow, I can't believe I just say the rainbow fish. And the rainbow fish gave her all her beautiful like scales away. And like helped and literally over that like created almost like a really loving community by the end of the book. But anyway, the analogies I come up with. Okay, so you even have moving forward. So if you have Capricorn, was it Capricorn? Yeah. If you have Capricorn in your chart, I would definitely go over that video. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, there's some things in that video that may also help you, because you have also healing the mind, body, and spirit, and guidance moving forward into your direction, your new venture with your new beginnings of inner transformation, higher levels of like following in your own path, and making commitments into it, because of the extreme clarity and the giveaways. It's like, yes, you're giving away gold, but you know that inside you're making this gold inside of yourself. And it's yellow. You know, I am definitely not a monkey. You're getting rid of the energy of indecision. Wishy-washy indecision, kind of like when it comes to your decision making. Because it's like, it's not that you have a hard time really making a decision. It's that you want the best decision that you could make for yourself, for the best outcome that is fulfilling for you, okay? Or that will lead you more into the most fulfilling process of your own journey, okay? So, that's interesting enough. That's probably why you have this meddling kind of self-sabotaging like energy. Literally, this actually talks about someone else. For some of you, this is someone kind of like meddling into your affairs of things that you want to do when it comes to your passions and growing a project. And you still, it's like you also on the side learn how to deal with that kind of energy, because you know there's a lot of people out there that's kind of like that, and they only like, have the best in their heart. They kind of want to help. So this also is being able to step out of your own self-sabotaging, because of you wanting to be able to like really push yourself, because your higher self was like, well, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and it will literally push myself into that direction because I don't have full clarity right here. So I know I'm going to have something happen to be able to push me into this process or this direction, because I won't have the clarity to be like, oh, I need to go this direction. So that's honestly what I feel. It's like you won't need or go through or push yourself, your higher self push you through this energy anymore. It's because it's like you won't need it. You'll have more clarity of envisionment to not need this. But this did serve you. You are coming into the wisdom behind the realization that this did serve you to get to the point to where you are now, but it is something that you are no longer really needing its help in its way. It will actually just it will take away more than it will help now, because of being more self-aware with clarity of your direction. That only helped when you really had no clarity of the direction and the things that you will have to go through or persevere through just to get to the results you are looking for. Okay. Pisces. Yeah, you got transformation, transformation into your illumination. I mean, that's like, I don't even have many cards down, and I'm like, what other messages do we have for our dear Pisces? I love this stuff. I love what I do. Oh, this is so amazing. Okay. Personal power. Really, really, really going into the inner transformation to rise into this personal power, this drive, and being able to be of energy, of focus, and not wish-washy like energy, not really being able to make a good decision, nor understanding which decision would be the best decision, and going into commitment into that direction. Standing in your personal power. And going for this change, Pisces. Okay. Remember to breathe. Know that you are protected through this, but also this is asking for to protect your personal personal and drive. Okay, so understanding what is needed in your the way you go about your daily life, that is needed in your daily life, that brings a sense of still being able to stay at ease, like a personal protection through your new downloads, through your new and leveling up of your new realizations, and to nurture these realizations, and it will bring a lot of protection of these ideas, and not feeling as if, just like the last lesson was worthiness, not feeling as if they're good enough. Okay, to breathe through it. Everything will be illuminated for you. It will all become clear, into just breathe, know that you are protected. You even have calmness, and then you have fortune right here. Okay, Pisces. So for some of you, you're coming into a fortune. For some of you, you're seeing a rising in your finances. For some of you, like it could even be feeling fortuitous about a situation or an incident that's going on, or feeling fortuitous because of the clarity. It could be either any of those. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Some are for some, others are for others. So some is coming into more money, some is coming into more emotional fruitation and being and feelings of fruition. So endurance, and it's gaining endurance. It's just going to keep elevating. It's going to keep elevating. Some things are going to feel and be a bit dry, but that's why I feel you have personal protection, to know that you are still going down the right path. You are strong enough, and this is still gaining endurance, no matter how dry some of the journey seems. No matter how dead it may seem. This is just kind of like I feel like it's a practice of walking through emptiness, but yet having the knowing inside your heart and the drive to walk through the emptiness in peace, and know that you will come out of that emptiness. There's going to be grass at the end of the path of this emptiness. And to harmonize with the emptiness, and the balance of the emptiness. Because it's almost like sometimes like the mind. Dry, cold, sometimes empty, nothing. And then there's grass at the end of it. Sometimes butterflies, sometimes dragonflies, sometimes lizards walking around and playing. But then sometimes you pass a bird that's dead on the side of the road. I gotta show you this card I'm looking at that I got all that from. Because usually it's like, it used to be kind of like a wrong turn direction card. But this is like, for y'all Pisces, it's not a wrong turn. And it's not even necessarily a detour. It's like a practice worksheet you get in school to help you be ready for the test. This is your practice worksheet of your mind and vision, because it stimulates the vision with its own energy of nothingness that it has within itself. Stimulating the mind, connecting with those energies, and being one with it without trying to change it. Trying to, in your mind's eye, to put grass there, but it's beautiful just the way it is. So as to you, just needed to be seen with loving eyes. Giving you foresight. Foresight of your own truths. And bringing the clarity to you within the nothing, within the empty. Granting rebirth. And strength. I really only want, okay, I'll go one more. Spontaneity and fire. Strength and fire. With your personal power. Yeah, okay. So, that's awesome, Pisces. We did not have very many cards. That was a very deep and heavy reading. Loved it. Loved it. Beautiful transformation being illuminated for you. Love the nothing. When you go through the nothing. When everything is dry. Because you were never broken in the first place. You just had to learn how to see your differences as unique gifts for you with your own path and your own calling. Love y'all. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. Greatly appreciated. And I will see you all next week. Goodbye. Unicorn out. And